Hello, this is David from Car.Cornwall. Today we have a Mercedes E350 Estate which needs a bumper repair. Although the damage is fairly light, the customer likes to keep his car in good condition, so this corner will be sanded back and repaired. The first job to do is to remove the lights so that I've got better access for heating. Next we start sanding down the area so we can expose what the damage is, how deep it is and where the filler will be needed. After cleaning the area, I could see that there were a couple of very minor areas that required filler, so I've mixed up a small amount of very lightweight filler just to cover those areas. The infrared lamp goes on to cure the filler, and then some dry coat is put on which shows up any low areas as I sand. As this is the only coat of filler going on, I'm sanding carefully to maintain the profile of the bumper and to ensure that the shape is not lost. I'm now using a sander which actually has a curved block to fit into that curved area of the bumper, and it makes it much easier to keep the profile correct. I'm now using a finer grade of abrasive, ready to prepare the surface for primer. Before that I've got to get the reversing sensor out, and then we start cleaning and preparing the surface for paint and lacquer. And the whole area, that whole area of the bumper is being prepared, ready to be lacquered. Now I start the masking process, initially to mask the area for the final coats of material, which will be lacquer, and then I'll mask appropriately for primer if needed. Some people hate masking. Personally, I find it quite therapeutic. I hope that hasn't been sending you to sleep, but it is a necessary part of the job, and good masking can save a lot of extra work trying to remove overspray and so on. Of course there'll be plenty of cleaning involved as usual. You'll notice the car isn't in the booth today. It's just outside. We have another job in the booth which my assistant Brett is working on. So this is the first coat of primer. It's a primer that contains an adhesion promoter, which means it can be used directly onto plastic. And then I sand back to ensure that everything's level and smooth. I actually applied a couple of coats of primer interspersed with infrared heating that shortened that sequence for me. And now just a final rub down just to make sure that the edges are nice and blended in, and ready for final sanding in preparation for paint. Finally a clean up, and then we apply a coat of lighter primer. This shade is closer to the colour of the vehicle and reduces the amount of paint used. Just for good measure, some more cleaning and then we can get the first coat of paint on. The paint is air dried. I've got a warm air blower which is just off to the side. There it is, making an appearance. Here's the second coat going on, and I'm looking to cover the primer. It's then dried again with the warm air blower, and once I've got the final coat on, which is called a drop coat, I can get the car ready for lacquer. A quick blow of air around the area to keep the dust away, and then we can apply the first coat of lacquer. Obviously we have to clean it again. First coat of lacquer is applied and almost immediately followed by the second coat. Some spray is used to blend the lacquer into the existing finish, and then the infrared lamps put on. I got a good gun finish from this job, so I have very little polishing to do. Just a quick once over just to make sure that the transition from the new lacquer to the old is invisible. And then we can start putting everything back together again. The car gets a good wash, including the wheels getting a deep clean, and then the car's ready for collection by the customer. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and you'll be seeing another one coming from us soon.